How is everybody today? 51, 1 and 5, A and E. In the end, the die of a dice, 5, 9, 4. 4 by 5 is 20. 4 plus 5 is 9. 4 by 5 is 20. 2, 0. 4 plus 5 is 9. TI. So now we write TI. 20 plus 9 equals 29, which equals to BI. K. 11th letter. 9th letter. A and E, E and I. The bicycle, the way the world goes round, the die of the dice. The T. O, I. O and 1. Toi. The tree, the bike, the way the world goes around. Apparently, they're in Vancouver and they want to take out the trees. But the Indians say no. Area 51.0, Circle of Life. Circle of Life, Area 2, World, Venus, 2015. That's the next year. It's coming up. They want to take down the trees in British Columbia. They want to knock down the trees because of the oil to make a path to get oil. Oil is something, once you take it out of the ground, you can't replace it, can you? But you say you're going to replace the trees, but you don't want to replace the oil. So where in the world are those tree roots going to go? What's below the earth? How's it going to stay wherever it is? You want to take down the trees from the Indians. You want to take down the trees in the end. They already brought George into the picture. And George said, it happens downtown, sure, where all the bureaucrats, or whatever you want to call them, are planning to take down the trees to get money. You want money? I'll give you money. Here's $10 zillion. That's how big you need for money. You don't need to sell the oil. Just keep playing with the same money. Because the oil runs out. One day, don't you see the future? Something's going to run out in the future. One day, you want to take away the trees from the Indians to deroot them just to put a pipeline in. Are you retarded? Do you know how much they pay to replant these trees? They never seem to pay much for the oil. They put the oil on the stock market and they say bid. Oh, don't worry, the other guys are going to buy the gasoline from the oil or whatever else we get. You want to take down the trees from the Indians in the end, because that's what it's all about. In the end, you'll be taking their trees. But the Indian vibration, the Mayan, the cultivators, the cult of the entire world will come back and haunt every single one of you. They won't haunt you for long. You just need to haunt you long enough until they know within one side of you that you've understood not to take down the trees. No matter what man was going to do, the trees were coming down anyways. The new world is coming into a new world order, a passionate order. Not just a new world order for governments around the world, new world order for how we, me and you, should act between us. When you drive your car, I just came down here. Tons of traffic, no one wanted to let me out. I cut 2 cars off. They both did this to me. I drive down the road, I let people out. You have to let the people out. But now they want to take down the trees. That's not an out. They want to take over for oil and money. Well, I don't want the money. Does anybody else here want the money? Oh, the oil companies. So a minority group of oil companies, otherwise they're going to turn around and say to you, we're running short on oil. If we're running short on oil, I'm going to tell you something. Listen to this. If we're running short on oil, we are running short. And we have ended this entire planet. One day we're going to run short on oil. Why make it today? Why not have it today? You're running short on oil, like you really need oil. If we're really running short, then hey, within 10, 20 years it's going to end. So why even touch it? Why even touch it? You don't think the earth needs it before we need it? You want to take down the trees from the Indians? You want to take down the trees? You want to take down the trees? I don't get it. I don't get it. Because the Indians can't show you the truth of how their native ways go. You have to understand, when you keep taking things away, at the end there's nothing left. Isn't that simple enough to do? You want to take down the trees? Lady Diana had a child who had a child, called him George. She said it all happened in the city. Oh, if it happened in the city and Lady Di went, and this is the representation, and this is the end of the cycle of the world. We're going through a big cycle, and if you take down those trees, you're only going to make many people, more people angry. And by not listening to the natives, okay, you have to understand how the vibrations work. The good Lord, He's going to send them more energy, so they'll be able to outthink anybody that's in their nation. You couldn't jail. Do you remember that movie they made on TV? Where this one guy, they put him in jail, and it didn't matter what they did to him. If he said it was going to happen, it was going to happen. And it's going to happen like that. Some guy's just going to say, this is going to happen. It's going to happen. Whatever it is. Because God has now given matrix energy, matrix magic to the people, to the natives of the homeland, where you've taken down their 2 trees. How else can we ever say in this entire world, 2 trees? Number 23, 2 trees. That's right. 1 tree to the left, 1 to the right. Standing in awe is you. You understand? 2 trees, just the sound of it. It's almost like saying the cat stuck in the tree. 4 and 3. That would be Earth, Venus, and Mars. You think we're only on a planet that hangs in the air? We're working between the planetary system. Taking down the Indian trees? I don't think so. The Indians are going to get only more powerful. They're not stupid. We don't get out on the street and fight. We don't need to fight. The biggest fight everybody knows is where the lawyers, the same way the lawyers fight. Right here. Think. Think. Very little good, courageous moves of honesty will destroy. But don't take down the trees, but you will anyways, just to get a little oil. Think about it. The little oil that ran for the Jews 7 or 8 or 9 nights in a row. Don't take down the trees, but you're going to do it anyways. And I'm sort of going to be smiling no matter how much it hurts at the end, because I know what's going to come off. I see the end. I understand the end because I make it up. I see what I want to see. I like what I want to like. And I share the goodness within my own heart. And my energy goes out to the native people. Because the trees, they're us. Raphael 7286 for 2 trees. Call it cat trees. You know what cat trees is? Katrina. The cat in the tree. Did you see that part I showed you on Katrina? Did I tell you about the pineapple? Pineapple, cat in tree. Pineapple. Katrina, North America. American. Indian. Indian, A-N. They represent and they reuse. You understand what I'm saying? If the Jews have Torah, then they're going to write something in the Bible, and then between the Bible and the representation of Torah, they're going to react and reenact what's happened in Torah. Because that's what's happening right now. If you don't notice it, they're just repeating Torah. The history, the part of time when you read right now Numbers 10:10, you will see that this is the time, the Shiva of the world. Thank you for watching. Raphael 7286.